What it do? We're back again with the Grounded Show.
Uno más.
Another special guest in the studio, the
Yeah.
boy, Creative Angel,
man.
Yo, what's up, my boys? Appreciate you having me, man.
One thing we appreciate is artistry. Les is an artist, you're an artist. I'm a major fan of music and the thought and the process that goes into it. And you already, just watching you, how you do it is something that I admire. So one of the main reasons having you on here is appreciating your artistry, man. So thank you for coming on.
That's
here.
love, bro. I really appreciate that, brother.
Yeah, facts. Something that we're gonna get into today for sure. Just kind of expanding on that and just the idea of like doing it for real versus like portraying that you're doing it. So that's definitely gonna be something that we're gonna talk about. But yeah, man, I know you had.
Yeah.
You
So
had
this is one of my main things, right? Like, you have artists, and I can name artists that had controversy. We can go back to Chris Brown, Diddy, R. Kelly, and Kanye. But seeing Kanye do these LA shows and bring out like Lauryn Hill and see the following and the fan engagement, and then they cancel the wireless, like how important is that fan engagement to the true artistry of what he does? If that makes sense.
I mean, man, like the fan engagement, I feel like the importance of fan engagement, Ye is the perfect example of like going against the grain, going against the industry, and his fans like have been loyal to him because of the quality of work that he's put out throughout the years. Like, I know he's made like some decisions that people like quote unquote try to cancel him, but if you think about it, come on, like Ye's pretty uncancelable. He's uncancelable, bro. Like
he's in my
he
top
pretty
3.
much proved it with these shows.
Yeah, bro, definitely. That's so important because like you give the art first, right? Because I know everybody knows those 3 albums, those first 4 or 5. I would say I'll say like the first 5, like really College Dropout, Late Registration, Graduation, 808 and Heartbreak, and My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. I think that 5,
best run of all time.
Yo, I will give it to him.
Man, I feel like I
gotta be right.
I think so. Yeah,
I will give it.
As far as like in a row.
Yeah,
especially starting with one.
Who else can we think that it's like had that many?
5 classics in a row.
Not 5 classics
like
in a row.
Nas my favorite rapper of all time. He don't got 5 classics in a row.
I mean, the new ones came close, like the King's Disease, bro.
The 2 Magics and the 3 King's Disease.
Yes, bro.
That was an insane run.
Here y'all go.
That was an insane run, bro.
No, I love that comeback that Nas did with those, bro. King's Disease, bro. I was bumping that.
Yo, that late run from Nas is LeBron on the Lakers, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's when he's like, damn, he's still doing this? How is this even possible? That's King's Disease and Magic, bro.
No, seriously. And with music, it's like the difference too is like, well, with basketball, you're seeing, okay, LeBron's declining a little bit because of his age, but Nas is almost like he's getting better with his age, bro.
Facts. It's insane,
it's like,
bro.
Hold on. Did you say LeBron's declining?
I mean, it's just part of, it's part of
scientifically he's declining, bro. There's no way around it.
Just
but
little by little, because of age.
Exactly,
he's still one of the greatest of all times. Don't get me wrong. Like, Brian, it's nobody like Brian. It's nobody like Brian. You a Brian fan?
Oh,
bro, he is Bron, bro.
I am LeBron James. It's okay.
LeBron
it's okay.
James.
Like wrong James. No. But I appreciate. I appreciate the insight.
My dog Joe B.
Sure.
LeBron forever.
No. But understood.
Yeah.
And that's why I used to tell these guys all the time, like, I'm from Queens. I'm from Elmhurst. I grew up a Nas fan.
Wow.
But after
Shout out
Ether,
Queens, bro. Shout out Queens.
Yeah. Mets. Let's
Let's
go Mets. But after Ether, I made my transition. And I was also a LeBron. My favorite number is 23. And it wasn't because of LeBron. It was because of Jordan. So there was a shift between Nas and Jay and Jordan and LeBron.
It all makes sense now.
You
little
but
traitor.
that's fine. Yeah, I'm a little traitor. That's fine though. That's fine. But no. Getting back to the artistry of everything.
Oh yeah. So I wanted to kind of tie that in a little bit. I don't know if y'all been keeping up with any wrestling stuff, but WrestleMania is this weekend, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
One of the main
You
events.
follow
Man,
wrestling?
I used to heavy, bro.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie. I followed it for like
So right
10
now,
years.
like the big match is CM Punk and Roman Reigns, right?
Ooh.
So you got like
Yeah.
the best guy from like the 2010s
Yeah.
versus like the best guy from the 2020s,
And he's
right?
never got a main event. This
Well,
is
last
his
year he
first.
did. Last year he did.
No, that's what I mean. Like they're finally giving
he
him
finally
his dues.
righted
Who,
the shit
Roman
with
Reigns? No, CM Punk.
CM
Yeah.
Punk,
He had
I
left
thought he
the
was a champion before.
Yeah, so like the thing with CM Punk is like he was there, he was the champion and everything.
Yeah.
But then he had a falling out with Vince McMahon and he left. He left for 10 years, bro.
Wait, went to ECW.
He went to
TNA?
AEW though.
AEW.
Yo,
but
Vince-
way later.
Vince McMahon is a different beast, bro.
Bro,
that man
facts.
is. That man is.
But
yo,
yeah, like
crazy.
the story between them two right now is this, and which I think ties in perfectly to what we talking about. So Roman Reigns, he comes from like a lineage of wrestlers. He's Samoan, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
So
The
you
Rock's-
know,
the Rock side, yeah.
the Samoans in WWE pretty much were like his uncles,
Yeah,
grandfather,
yeah, I
dad.
see
You know
that,
what I'm
yeah.
saying?
How long did he go undefeated? Didn't he just have like a crazy
Yeah,
undefeated
he was
run?
like the champion for like 1,000 some day, like almost
Yeah.
1,200 days or something like
Yeah.
that. Like it was crazy.
Yeah, it's like almost 3 years, right? 'Cause
That
I-
blood- but that's
my
the
brother was
bloodline.
telling me.
Yeah, that's the bloodline.
Bloodline.
And that's kind of part of the story where like his thing is like I was built for this. Like my family going back 4 or 5 generations been doing this. This is
Yeah.
me. And CM Punk is like I was never chosen for this. I was always the outcast, but the people chose me.
Yeah.
So like recently,
Hard.
the story behind what they're doing is basically like Roman Reigns is like I hate you because no matter how much like I've gotten stuff handed to me, I don't have the people on my side like you do. And then CM Punk looks at him like I hate you because I've never had the opportunities and I've never had the chances that you
Yeah,
had.
the privilege.
Yeah.
I would have loved to be born into wrestling, and my dad's a wrestler,
yeah.
and my grandpa's a wrestler. So like
fact.
they brought that into it, and it kind of ties into that thing. And I kind of think like it's one of those things with Drake and Kanye too, where like Drake knows he's also like kind of part of a machine, and he knows that Kanye don't need that machine, and that's kind of the thing where like Drake knows he's the biggest one. But at the same time, he knows I don't got the people like Kanye got the people though.
Ooh. Wow. Like if Drake goes independent, I feel like the whole game shatters.
You think so?
I feel like Universal. Like
And this is not a Drake fan over here, I'll tell you right now.
Yeah.
I
don't
feel
have-
like the label game
Yeah,
shatters
yeah.
because he's still one of those artists that like got a good deal. And that was like an angle that like Kendrick really hit him with,
Yeah.
and that like even Ross hit him with, and everybody was hitting him with, is that like you really a high paid worker,
Yeah.
but you do bring out the hits, and that was, and Kanye said it in the interview before. It's like the guy figured out
yeah.
this method where
Yeah,
he hit so many quality hits. It's almost like yo. And then, you know, it came to that time when Kanye was going through the rant and he canceled the tour and he was calling out Khaled because
Yep.
he started to see how, like, they were pushing the method, which later we found out that, yeah, like, labels do boost the streams. They're probably adding
yeah,
a
of
little
course.
something on the
Yeah.
ads, running the ads, but also boosting the streams.
Yeah.
And I think that was something major that was exposed with the Kendrick and Drake situation. Like, oh, yeah, we knew that
And the
this was
funny thing
happening.
to me about that too is like, I don't understand how people didn't think these guys are getting $1 million advances. You don't think they're trying to recoup this money?
Oh, of course.
Bro.
Like, I mean,
come on.
I mean,
Yeah, like-
it's as a business at the end of the day. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
So you in the position as the artist you are today, would you not
Yeah.
take the same steps?
What do you mean? Like, what steps?
If you're in that position and you know they're gonna do that for you,
Yeah.
you'll allow that, right?
Like, the label?
Yeah.
Like if I'm in a position where they're gonna give me some bread,
Yeah.
I mean it just has to. For me, like I feel like the best situations that I've seen with a label have been a partnership.
Okay.
So I would look like I know that our intellectual property is really what's valuable.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So our music and stuff like that. And a lot of the times, hey, if they cut you a good deal, just know, like you said, it's a high interest loan at
Yeah.
the same time.
Yep.
But if you are a talented artist, and another really important thing is like, if you can emotionally handle the game, bro.
That's what it is.
You feel me? Like I feel like that's how you can continue and succeed in the game.
How much of yourself can you give up for the bread? Is my question.
Yes.
Is my question. I think that's what a lot of artists deal with.
Something I learned a while ago that I always carry with me with the music stuff is like, whatever is gonna get you to the dance, that's what you want. So you got to be very mindful of what you're trying, as far as like trying to make something stick, because it might stick.
Yeah.
And if it sticks, is that what you on? Like, is that what you're trying to be on? Because like usually whatever that first one is, that's where they put you.
Yeah.
And that was something where I was like, damn, that's true. Like that thing of like, when you create a certain kind of art, it might hit. And if it hits, a lot of times that's where they're going to pigeonhole you.
Yeah.
So you got to know, like, okay, I'm trying stuff, but the stuff I'm trying has to be stuff that's still aligned with me as a person, the type of stuff I do.
So that's what I was getting into. That one thing I appreciate about you and the music you create is that you don't change the music you're creating. You get better at it, but you're not trying to tailor it to an audience that's going to accept it. Like, no, this is the kind of R&B I make, and I'm going to be better at making it. And like, I'm seeing you get better at making the R&B that you make, and that's why I appreciate that about you.
I appreciate that, but it's funny, man, because like people don't be understanding that like not everybody wants to be not everybody wants to be Bad Bunny.
Oh yeah,
like
Facts.
every artist is not like, yo, I want to be Bad Bunny doing all like with that. You're doing your art a different way, and I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying some people don't want to do their art that way.
Yeah.
I feel like when we've talked about it on the podcast before, bro, Currency, he got a great quote about it. He's like, I could buy whatever car I want, but I could also go to the grocery store.
Yeah.
And bro, if you can do that as an artist, dog, like that,
really
I feel
love
like
that.
that's the big win right there.
Yeah.
When you don't need for nothing, but you also can still live your life.
yeah. How do you see it as you? What's your approach with that?
I mean, I love that because I see myself in a sense where it's like I've gained a level of success and like I'm well known, but I'm still like within the community of my city. Like I can still step outside, and it's not like I can't go places, but I'm recognizing certain places, which is dope. But I see how that can. It's like there's so many highs and lows in the game. Like there's times where people really love you when you really popping or you got a song that's going or whatever. And then there's other times where you just have to survive or like kind of be able to manage the fact that people might not care about what you're doing at a certain point in time. But if you find peace in that, that's where the key is.
Good with it.
Because you should find a peace in the fact that the attention shouldn't always be like, I don't want the attention on me 24/7. Like if I'm having a show, I'm having a performance, I have a pop-up shop, like, okay, cool. Once God speak through me, it's my time to either, praise the word or say whatever God want me to say. And that's how I view artistry. Like it's a calling, it's a purpose. And after that, I'm still the same person when I get off the mic, right?
Yeah.
But there's something that when you're out, you kind of got to turn on, which is like the armor and the shield, because now you're in the world and now it's like spiritual war.
Yeah, and I tell them the same thing though. So like I told you, I used to DJ before. I'm starting to DJ back again.
Yeah.
And I'm always nervous until I'm there. And then once I'm doing it, I was like, this is easy.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, this is easy.
You always get that feeling,
You
bro.
know what
like,
I mean? But seeing you in your element is crazy, bro. Like the way you could just flow. And you did the Merce Fest.
Yeah.
And just freestyle and keep the energy going.
Yeah.
It just looks so natural.
I
It's not
appreciate that,
rehearsed. It's natural. And that's kind of what you're speaking to. It's just like,
yeah,
like
bro.
I was built for this. This just comes natural to me. It just
bro.
comes out.
Yep.
You
You
have
know?
that gift,
You
bro.
you don't practice it. You don't need to rehearse. You don't need to.
It's a fact.
You just get
It's a
up
fact.
there and just do your thing, right?
Just do it, yeah. Especially in those sets, because I have
Yeah.
different kind of sets. Like, I've had shows.
How does that
where-
work? I want to hear that.
Yeah, so it's like, there's different ways that I've done my events and my sets. A lot of the times, like if I've been booked for an event, like for a platform that's like, hey, I booked 5 artists, you one of the artists, right? Then I will work on a set.
Okay.
Right? So I would take some of the best songs that I feel like, okay, my core audience really loves from whatever the last couple of years, my last project. So that's one way. and then I'll set up, or I did like one which was my headline show, like in 2021. This was like Vibe King and friends, and I just went like maybe 2.5 hours performing and bringing up all my friends. Yep. Like that was one of those things where it was like, all right, we going through the classics, we going through. So this was like really intimate for the people that's been following me. And then I have me and Dizzle, the combination, which is the EDM hip hop / freestyle. Yeah. And
that's
then,
my favorite.
You know
I love that shit, man. I'm telling you right now, I love that shit, man.
And then it's like with my boy Nico too. When we do shows, he's very like freestyle vibes too. Like he really, you know, a lot of people that I work with inspire me as far as like freestyle goes, because when I get in the lab and we've been freestyling and doing songs, like it really sharpens the sword. And my boy Nico, shout out to him. He was one of the first dudes to bring me on a full tour, and like kind of just show me how it worked in a sense like, yo, we're gonna improvise here, we're gonna improvise there. Like improvise when it's organic for the crowd.
Yeah.
You know, so like
it's all crowd driven.
Yeah, honestly,
it's
like
all crowd driven.
Yeah, it really all is. That's why freestyle works a lot when it comes to live crowds for real, because when you can feel the temperature of the crowd, like a lot of the times you'll have a set ready and you're like, yo, this set is gonna go right, and then it's like you start to feel like once you know you be looking at people, you're like, okay, maybe I just went, because you have to build it. Yeah. And music is a story, so you have to.
That's what I tell wifey. Like when I'm DJing, and
I was gonna mention that at the event, you was like feeling the vibe out, kind of flowing with the night, and then, bro, you built that thing up.
I put a song on. I was like, and I'm fucking with it. I was like, hold on, change this song real quick. Change this song.
I love how that at that event we did, like you were. It was like I was freestyling, you was like freestyling with it, like your style still was kept applying, and I love that. And I see that you do some of that too, like with your music. Do you write mostly, or do you like get more freestyle?
I really cook up like a lot of different ways. Like my thing was like just recording and getting like my mind right when it came with like going to the studio. So like sometimes I'll write something and I'll have it like in mind for like for example, right now I got a session lined up where I have a song that I've been working on for like 5 years that I'm finally gonna like put it
That's
together.
the thing about this
That's
guy.
One of them ones,
this
bro.
This guy, when he sends me songs and I say, I fucking love this song, he will not drop it for like 5 years. He like the best songs that I think he has. He doesn't.
But it's one of. It's like I was telling him, like, and I know you're gonna appreciate this. Like, as an artist, bro, you want to give that song the best chance possible. And there's certain times when you know it's not the time. Like, if I drop this right now, it's just gonna be okay. The people that are tapped in, they're gonna like it, and that's it. But if I drop it, you know, when I have a bigger budget for it, when I have a better idea for how I want to execute it, that thing might go from 10,000 plays to 100,000 plays. So it's like making everything kind of fit in the calendar of what you got going on musically. Especially like I got a big catalog, so I got like a lot of music that goes, and there's different little sections of it. Like I got some stuff that I made with a dude in Mexico. Shout out to Macu. Yeah, nice. Where it's like a little 4-pack of like Spanish joints. Yeah, and that just gave me like a pocket of people in like Mexico, Argentina, Chile that mess with me because of that. Yeah, I did them songs with that dude. One of them got on a Spotify playlist in Mexico called it's like the Papeton. Nice. It's like pop and reggaeton. They got like some urban Spanish playlists out there. Nice. And it was on that playlist, and from that I got mad fans. That's hard. So it's like sometimes you make that kind of. So going back to what you were asking with the music, I got a song I've been working on forever. I got another song that I'm gonna just go and I have the beat and I kind of just have the idea in my head and I'm gonna freestyle it. Then I have another song where I just have the lyrics, and I'm still trying to build an instrumental around it. Yeah. So it's like. I don't approach the music the same way every time because I feel like that's even kind of limiting the potential of what you're doing.
Of course, bro.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. There's so many different ways, bro. And I think, bro, it's so, like, that topic is so crazy because, trust me, like, I have a friend just like you, like, that is like, bro, why haven't you dropped this, bro? You got this song. When you going to drop this? I'm telling you, like, every artist has that friend. And honestly, bro, it's like, there really is two sides to that. Like, a part of it is true, is like, as an artist, you kind of want to find like the perfect timing to drop things, but it's like on the other side, it's like it almost never really comes, and then the song may like kind of pass. Like here's what happened with me, like with certain songs, right? Which is why like I'm also so intentional about my time and who I work with and who I record music with, because I do have a lot of songs that I recorded with people that never came out because, you know, maybe we didn't see eye to eye on something, or maybe we, you know, the paperwork wasn't right, or the vision wasn't right, or people changed their mind. But like I'm always like
Oh shit.
like I'm always remembering kind of like how I started with the music, and remembering maybe like why I should have dropped a song when I was really going through that situation.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like so just on the other token is like, yes, there were certain songs that I waited a little bit and was like, okay, this is the timing, because now I built some more. And even now, like that I have an audience that I'm like, yo, I should be dropping more because people are actually tapped in, people are actually listening, right? Yeah. And so as the fan base grows, then you kind of tend to overthink more, because you're like, oh, well, let me let this ride a little bit or whatever. Like, there's many things I could have done, like when the 7 was out and with the 7 remix, and, you know, in the same way other people could have done with certain remixes I hopped on. Yeah. But I think the key really is saving those for those moments, and then having those.
All right, so let me ask y'all this.
Yeah.
Is that selfish?
I think it's one of those things
where
like,
selfish for y'all? If y'all not in that moment to drop that song because y'all don't feel the same way you felt when you wrote it and recorded it, is that selfish for the fan base?
Yeah, and I mean in a sense, because music could be very like self-centered, but it's really meant to serve others, because like to me it's like music was really started like to glorify God. That was like the first original goal to really even make music. So I think that in a sense it's like give it to really the people pick. I think we got like also because we're self-conscious about our art and everything, we're like, damn, like I want to pick this one and this one's gonna go like this. But genuinely the more we drop, the more people get to pick, and then it becomes like, yo, you know what, let me serve my fan base by staying consistent in that matter, which is super hard.
Are you being selfish because you don't think it's the right time, because you don't want it to drop, but it could be a banger for your fan base? Is that a selfish thing as an artist?
It could go now.
I think it's one of those things where, like, especially when you're doing so much music and still dropping a lot of music, you kind of just time it. Yeah. Like, I just dropped, like, 10 songs in the last, like, 6 months or so.
Yeah, so you drop a good amount.
But they're like joints that I had lined up already that are gonna drop there.
But joints that like, you chose to drop.
No, facts. I always.
I'm not being combative.
No, I know.
Yeah,
but
you know what I'm saying?
Like, so my process always sent it to like a couple people. You know what I mean? But like with my music, is one of those things where like you get to a point where you already kind of like know your sound. So like even when I start like letting people hear stuff, like I'm not even letting you really hear it to like get approval necessarily. It's like if it got to this point, let me know what you think. So that's selfish. But you know what I mean? No, it definitely could be selfish.
It is, no, but that's fine. It's
and like I said, there's it's a double-sided blade, because it's like it's our art, and we. It's not a problem,
but that's what it is. It's like I'm gonna give you this first.
It's like a baby,
and then I'm gonna give you my shit after this. That's it.
Yeah. My thing is like, there's certain songs that you know are them ones.
Oh, I know.
And it's like
I hear them.
And it's like somebody that's not really like tapped into what the music side of it is like. Just the fact of like sometimes you didn't even record that in a place where that's like the version that you're gonna go with. But when you let somebody hear it, they don't hear that. They don't hear that this is not mixed.
Ready. Yeah,
bro,
not ready.
I be showing my wife songs, bro, like from beginning to end, and it sounds the same to her. Like the rough draft I did to the last one that got mixed. She don't know no difference. She's like, this sounds exactly the same.
I did this under the kitchen cupboard on my cell phone.
Yeah, one of them sounds like I'm talking to you on a Call of Duty mic, and then the other one, it sounds so luxurious, and she can't tell the difference between neither one of them. Yo, it's insane.
I feel like I love that about like hip hop music too. It's like you still want something that's good quality, but a lot of the times, as far as like how the quality is, could be subjective, because we listen to things so much deeper as artists. We hear things like really in depth, and really, like you said, people are not really hearing all of that. Only people that are really attuned to music and are producing and stuff like that, they'll hear that. But I think it's been so dope how now you're able to do that and cultivate a sound, and you know, people have been doing it for real. Like I remember getting the headset mic from Walmart, and you know what I mean, like starting
the
like that.
Stick mic, the computer mic,
Cool Edit Pro, you know what I'm saying? Back in the like, you know, you had little pantyhose, like a pop filter, and
Facts.
just beginning with the
Fruity Loops
meals.
days, like I said, like I've never. I have some songs that I will never play to the public, but I have always. I did my senior project on music production at Valencia. I created my own beat. I created my own song. So I'm in tune with what it is. I just never became an artist myself, but when I listen to music, I listen to it like deeply. And that's why when I hear things, and like you say yourself, like sometimes I hear those, like, was that mixed? I was like, was that? Right. That's it. That don't sound right. Okay. But I love music. There's a thing about music that if you give it all, and I know you do, and I know you do, and that's what I appreciate about this conversation. It's like when you invest into the sound, it makes people feel, and that's what I appreciate about music the most, man. I appreciate both of y'all right here.
Yeah, thank
Glad
you,
we had
brother.
this conversation, man.
Yeah, brother, that's lit, man. And man, as an artist, bro, like that's why it's like, you know, like we were talking earlier outside. It's like that's why you got to stand on business too, because it's like everything costs so much, bro. Like, and we put so much into it.
And that's part of the thing about dropping music.
Yeah.
That people don't think about the cost behind it.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
Every single
and that's
cost.
where I say, like, certain songs, you got to make sure they get their just due.
Nah, you're
because
right,
if
bro,
you
absolutely.
just drop it in the wind, it's not going to do nothing.
Yeah.
The people that are tapped in are going to hear it, and that's pretty much it.
That's a fact, bro.
But
that's a fact.
If you got a budget behind that song where you're pushing it to people, not botting, which is another thing we talked about too, which is another reason why we wanted to have them on, is because you got a lot of artists that look a certain way when you see them online.
Right.
But they're not making $1 from their streams because they're botted streams.
Yeah.
Because there's a difference.
Yeah.
You're not making no money off your streams if they botted. And I know both sides because my early music was botted. Bruh. I was working with somebody
He was a culprit.
that supposedly was legit with the playlist and everything like that, bro.
Oh my gosh, bro. I hate those scammers, bro.
Got a whole bunch of music wiped from Spotify, bro. I had to start from scratch, bro. Like in 2016 around there, bro.
My goodness.
And I had to like redo my whole freaking catalog, and bro, it was the worst. But that taught me like everybody ain't doing good business, one. And two, there's a real way to do this where it's worth more.
Yeah.
Because you're actually connecting with people that are going to keep listening. You're building like super listeners. You're building people that are going to tap in every time you release because they're like, oh, they're looking for you. They're asking you. You know what I mean? That's different than you just saying, oh, I'm going to pay this much money to get my song to 1 million plays so I can put in my story and say, oh, I got 1 million plays.
Yeah, that doesn't.
What you got coming up? CreativAngel.
No, real quick.
Oh. Yeah.
Because that's something I wanted to touch on with this. Hey, yo. That's what's dope about you, that you drop music, but then you can also put on a show and have people out there supporting and rocking with the music.
That shit, bro.
A lot of people can't do the same thing. You know what I mean? A lot of people, it looks nice online and nice. They doing X, Y, and Z. But when they're outside, it's crickets. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro. You really got to put in the groundwork. Like, I think that part of the game is almost like inescapable, bro. I mean, if you really want like a real, and there has been a lot of frustrating times that like I've had events or I've had shows where maybe the turnout wasn't the best, but you got to learn how to live through the lows to really get through the highs. Where now it's like, okay, you could post something, or you could, I have a group, I have the creative community, like on my Instagram, it's like 300. I'm in there. So it's like just posting things in there, having like, I bet I'll see you there. And then I realized too is like at a point in time, I knew that like not everybody would show up at the same time if it was like a smaller event. So I really appreciate, even if it's 5, 10, 15 people, bro, that take the effort to come out. And I think that artists need to do more of that as well. Cause like, and I see people starting like they start on an entitled level. It's like, bro, The reason I gotta stand on business is because I've been doing this for 10 years. You feel me? Like,
and the
did
10
the
years
open mics,
of a couple events a week, 5, 10, 15 people over the
open
course
mics.
of 6 months, of a year,
bro.
2 years,
Start
bro. That
scooping them little by little.
builds, and you can't build that unless you outside.
Yeah,
doing it
you gotta
for
have
real.
a balance because I mean the internet is the most powerful tool. Obviously,
of
like
course.
that. That's like the A&R. So you could win online.
There's no getting around using that.
Yeah, definitely. Like you could, and there's people that's making plenty of money and plenty of cake off of that. It's just like you said, certain people didn't know how to translate it to money because clout really became a currency.
Yep.
Fame really became a thing that people saw as a transfer of money, but it really, and that's how I look at money too. Is like, it's what I bring to the table as a value that brings money to me. Like once I started thinking like that more about money, like that God always provides.
Yeah.
Things change in my mind because the music industry, and when you are an artist, bro, you get into such a dark industry that you almost gotta like feel like you gotta finesse something to not be finessed.
We talked about that.
You know what I'm saying? That shit, bro. Like
you can't sell yourself. You can't sell your
it
soul.
almost
bro.
exactly, bro. Like it almost
Can't sell your soul.
It almost damn near tries to corrupt your soul, and that's what Satan tries to do in a sense.
Soul, bro.
No. You know what I mean? And that's just obviously just to give a real vulnerable perspective on like that has played every artist, and because you done dirty a lot of labels or whatever, like you have a lot of disappointments. Then you're like, man, I gotta find a way. Like I gotta. But then, and I was just like making a video about this today too. Like I was dropping a story about it saying, once I learned to trust God to provide for me, God always showed me like, look, I gave you a talent and I want you to use it in this way. Yeah. And by using it in this way, I'm going to provide for you to be able to eat and for you to be able to be abundant and just worry more on like what happens every day. So going back to what you were saying about having it online, in person, you got to have a love for people. Because there's people that don't like people, don't want to be around people, don't like dealing with people. And I get it, bro. People can be all over the place. I know because I've dealt with so many different personalities at shows, at events, at pop-up shops and things like that.
Especially you seeing people at their loudest volume because they turned up.
Yeah, bro. And that's why it's not for everybody because you have to have a certain love for people. That even when somebody's like trying you or violating your space a little bit or slightly disrespecting you or saying whatever, you got to be like, yo, you know what? Love is love. You know, unless you're like about to swing on me or something, I gotta be Christ-like, right? But it's different. You feel me? It's like
no, but I think he resembles, my boy Kev, who runs my boxing gym, his God family in boxing, and you put your faith in what you believe in every day, and you let God handle that, and it's as simple as that. It's not complex.
Seriously, we make it complex as humans.
Yeah, but. Put your faith in what you believe in, execute it daily, and it's going to be handled for you. And that's it. I think that is a great message to send.
Amen to that, bro.
Yes, sir.
Amen.
It's a great message.
Order, key. Like there's a divine order. And actually, Caleb Gordon, shout out to him. He's an artist from McCoy. He's a Christian artist. Super dope, man. He reads on the scripture too. And young kid, he's like 26. But he said, you know, he was also saying something about that as well. Like, just part of the Christ-like walk for real is having faith enough to the point where you know that God is gonna provide in that moment. And when you get your things in order, like he talked about order, because what happens is like artists, we're very disorganized. You know what I'm saying? It's like we're very all over the place. So the order is what? Sometimes if you get out of an order of operations with, am I waking up and seeking God the first thing in the morning, or am I waking up and trying to figure out Instagram and Facebook? And we all have this thing of like waking up and going straight to the phone because it's like a dopamine. It's like a dopamine.
Yeah, we've had that chat.
The social media is like it's the new drug for real because of the dopamine spike, right? So
man, it is.
You got to spend time with God.
I got a Better Man Devo that I get emailed to me every morning, and it pretty much just gives you the message. It gives you the message. And what I ask yourself, and like what I appreciate is the realization, like ask yourself this question. Like, are you really doing this? Like, and this week was becoming a better man, like being an adult. Are you being a man? Are you being a boy? What are you ignoring? And I think That plays a big part in what you do in general and the way you carry yourself. And like I said, I'm part of your channel, and I see you send the word every day. I see it. Oh no, I had the creative with me. I see the word. I see the word you send every day. You know, to the people who it matters to the most, they read it. It's a good thing you're doing.
Appreciate that.
That is big, and like we know, we talk about all the time. Where like all our beliefs are not the same, but if you put your belief in a higher power, that gives you power. Mm-hmm. That gives you energy, and that gives you faith, and carry on what you're doing. Like whether you're artistry or whatever we're doing, it's important.
Yeah,
and I've noticed that about you. And I appreciate that about you.
Thanks,
just wanted to say that, man.
Thank you, bro. And thank you for being in that group, too, man. And, you know, receiving the word, too. Because I know, like, there's so many ways to view, like, faith and what we believe in. And
it tells us all the time. You have to be what's it called? Someone who projects the word onto other people. You have to be that person.
Mm-hmm,
so it's dope. It's dope, man. I'm glad you came here, man. Definitely appreciate you.
Thank you for having me, man.
It's not the first. I mean, it's not the last time.
My guy too, man. My dog Lester, man.
Come here and do this with us again. Yeah. I still think y'all need to collab on the track, bro.
It's dope how like we reconnected in that way too. Like seeing you at the event and being like, oh, word.
I think y'all need to collab on the track, though.
Yeah, word. I'm down with that, bro.
Yeah,
I'm down.
There might be some.
Let's cook something up and drop it.
Exactly.
Don't hold it till
like
2036.
5 years.
The other day I was listening to a song I did in like 2020, man, and I was listening to it and I was like, man, this song is fire. But like the way that I was like spitting in the bars and stuff is like I was like so caught in my flesh, and it was such a lust verse. But like it was like it's not who I am anymore. But like I'll put it out and people hear it, they're gonna be like, yo, this verse is crazy. Like you went crazy.
I'll probably
on
bump
this
that
verse.
shit. I was like, yo, send me that.
Like, yo, that verse is going crazy. And that's one thing I wanted to like still keep was like my catalog so people could see the growth. That's why it's not like I do say like I move Christ-like, and sometimes I may say this like Christian hip-hop, but it's hard for me to even stay in that box because of my catalog. There's a lot of secular music, and there's also a lot of spiritual music when I was trying to find my way, like, you know, in different ways. But now that I'm glorifying Yah again, even through my music,
but
I want people to see that.
Think, not saying you can't tell, but it's not like a primary focus in your music. It's just good music.
Facts, bro. I appreciate that.
That's what I mean. Like when you freestyle and when you do all these events, it's like, oh, it's just all religion. Like you can't even tell. It's just good hip hop.
And I love
music.
that, bro.
Yeah,
like so another one of my friends.
It
really means a lot when people say that, because I think that God calls people in a different way to give the word and to kind of bring to God. Like,
Kev, bro, we need to put him and Kev together. These guys would sit here for 3 hours together.
Yeah, bro. So it's like just, you know, you use your gift and everybody got that purpose. So I really appreciate y'all having me for real.
For sure, bro. We definitely gonna tap in and do some more stuff in the future for sure.
Yeah, let's do it, man.
Let's do it, bro. For real.
All right, but
that's
y'all already know.
Stay butter.
Yeah.